Welcome to Modern Femme-ily with your host and resident lesbian, Cassie. Join her and our resident LGBTQIA plus ally, Molly, as they talk to women of all walks of life to discuss everyday matters of a woman's world. Join these lovely beauties every Friday at 8 p.m. to talk about hot topics, sensitive topics, but most of all, the real topics.
Hello, awesome humans! Welcome to spooky season. Just kidding, this is totally not scary. However, it was fun. So welcome to Modern Femme-ily, where we are two women who are hot messes, and we eat on the show, and we swear on the show, and we're just us. So yeah. But hi, if you're new here, I'm Cassie, the resident lesbian of Modern Femme-ily. You're a resident crazy person. I guess that would be both of us. But anyway, welcome. We're glad for you to join us. We are thankful for you to join us. And Molly's laughing at me backstage, I think. Anyway, so now is your favorite time to grab your favorite fall beverage, whether it be pumpkin ale, pumpkin, drink of any sort, apple cider, your favorite cocktail or mocktail, and lock those kiddos in the bathroom for the next hour, or better yet, lock yourself in that bathroom and join us for the next hour, because well, we don't really look like ladies tonight, but our four-letter words are still our favorite. So just giving you a heads up and be prepared. So I'm going to bring Molly out and she's going to say hello, and then we're going to jump right into our first spooky season episode. All right, here she comes.
How funny would it have been if I would have like showed up on my face was like just not painted like yours. Like
Right.
not done up. It was like normal.
You forgot something.
Right?
I'm just going to say I have the best wife in the whole entire world. She made dinner, and as you can see, I'm folding a napkin. She just hand delivered garlic bread. So I married the right person, let me tell you.
My husband, that's right, folks. Husband ordered from my favorite restaurant, and of course I'm still on like the edamame kick, like legit every Friday that's what I have, and I literally have an order, and he was like, what do you want for dinner? And I was like, bruh, you know what I want for dinner?
You don't even have to ask.
But what do you want? And he's like, you can choose. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna choose. So he's like, yeah. And so that we were able to order from my favorite place yet again.
Yay. Yeah, we haven't ordered. We didn't order last week because my mom was here.
Right.
And so I honestly forgot.
Yeah. Your mom was great, by the way. That was a great episode. I had so much fun.
Excuse me. It was. If you haven't checked out last week's episode, October is not only spooky season, but it's also breast cancer awareness month. So make sure you check out last week's episode. My mom is a breast cancer survivor, and she is thriving. So make sure you check that out. I love it. The husband says, love the costume. Thanks,
funny kind of like little story.
Yes.
Charlie and I had like just started like dating, and there was like a Halloween function, and I was like, hey, you want to go? And he was like, yeah, sure. Like, mind you, like maybe like fourth or fifth date, like it was super like early.
That's awesome though. Like Halloween is like perfect for that.
Right? And like this was like he was meeting like my people. So like this was like serious for me. I don't think he knows this, but like it was super serious for me. Like I was like, boy, you better shine. Like but legit,
he better show up.
Right? You know he did. But like I dolled up in my favorite costume. It's my go-to. 'Tis the deer, or the Joe for my sake. Right. I don't have horns because that would make me a boy deer.
You're a
And I
girl
don't want to
deer.
be a boy deer. I'm a girl deer.
Right.
So
Nothing
yeah.
wrong with being a boy deer, but Molly wants
No.
to be a girl
I
deer.
want to be a girl deer. So I dressed up, and like, of course, in my extra fashion, I had like this tulle tutu. My face was done up, and he comes over to my apartment. He's like, oh no, I think he watched me get ready. He was like sitting on the couch watching me get ready. He's like, oh, and I was like, yeah, look at my face. So I put him in like a plaid shirt, and I was like, you're coming as a lumberjack, and I'm a deer. And that was like our first like little Halloween date thing. It was so much fun.
Right. You should have like put a tag on you, and he was your hunter, you were his deer, and I mean it would be fitting to this day because you're his catch.
Girl.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But so let's give everybody a reminder as I stuff my face when we talk about goofy stories, where they can find us. You can find us on WLFE-DB.com. We do stream on their website. You can also find us on their Facebook, which is WLFE-DB Radio. And you can also find us on their LGBTQIA plus network on Facebook as well, because I'm your resident lesbian. So we fall under that category.
Yeah.
Like I said, my wife is great. She does not cook, but she made tortellini pasta tonight and garlic bread. Like, she's showing up for me tonight. So
Garlic bread is like my favorite.
And she cut it in, I have to show everybody, like she cut it in the cutest little like sticks.
Like restaurant style, like girls getting bougie.
Right, so I can dip and eat in pieces and not like, like, you know. But you can also find us on our social media, excuse me, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, all under Modern Femme-ily, all spelled the same way except for Instagram. There's no dash between the E and the I. And you can also find us where all podcasts can be listened to. We upload our interactive podcast to a podcast form, so you can listen to us on the go as well, and any other WLFE-DB radio shows. And don't forget, oh my God, it's been a freaking day.
Woo! Just dance it out, girl.
You'd think I was drinking tonight. I'm literally eating carbs and drinking soda. Like, yeah.
Well, first off, carbs are good for your brain. They make it run.
Well, mine's malfunctioning. So
right.
That's
you need more.
Right. I need more carbs. But most importantly, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. That's how you keep up with our craziness. I'll post randomly to our Modern Femme-ily page. You know, if Molly's got something going on, we'll update everybody. If, I have something going on, we update everybody. So you never know where you're going to find us. You never know what you're going to see. As you can see.
And just like come back from our like crazy wildness tangents, because like here's one tangent, right? I'm rabbit trailing really quickly.
Do it.
Excuse me. Because as you were telling everybody where they can find us, because you're literally probably the only person out of the two of us that could do that coherently and clearly. Let's just be honest, right?
Well, I don't drink on the show.
Right. But I'm sitting here admiring myself on the camera because who doesn't? I'm having a really good eyebrow day.
Like, you are. They look really good.
Right? Thank you. Do you ever just like look at yourself and you're like, girl, wow, look at those. They're like perfect.
Mine feel a little sick tonight.
I am enjoying. I love it. I love it when I go out and I see people like have colored eyebrows, like pink or purple. Like, it's my favorite. I don't have the balls to do that yet, but I'm going to one day.
I'm kind of feeling it. I'm not gonna lie. I was doing them and I was like, yeah, can I pull off green and purple eyebrows?
Seriously, because I think everybody knows we get ready like at the same time because it's fun and we chit chat and it's whatever gets us revved up for you guys.
Heck yeah. The light was bright. I'm sorry.
Right. But I'm sitting here watching and I was like, girl, that, because I think you started with your green first. And I was like, that is showing one very well pigmented color. Right. But then I was like, I I like you with green eyebrows. Like,
I'm gonna show up to a work meeting one day with green eyebrows, and everybody's gonna be like,
right?
did you fall in your makeup bowl this morning? What happened?
Right? No, that would be. Let's normalize it. I think it's fun. I thought it was really awesome. Right?
Heck yeah. Fuck it. Let's do it.
So there's my tangent. My eyebrows are fantastic.
They look really good.
Thanks.
So I'm looking at the comments. And Amber just totally caught me off guard. So we're talking about our wives and our husbands, and she says, my husband of 3 years together, 8, told me Wednesday he wanted a divorce. Oh my God, Amber.
3 years.
But she says, screwed me royally, but I'm ready for court and to break his bank. Girl,
your boss ass bitch is gonna show up. Like, listen, you're gonna show up and you're gonna get what you want because you're a boss ass bitch. Yeah.
Right.
Period.
You be a boss ass bitch and you stand on your own. Huh?
So real quick, there's a running joke between a coworker and I where like she always like says a statement and goes like period, right? And she always wanted me to get I just said it on the show.
She now has it immortalized on the internet forever and ever.
Crap.
Well, Amber, we are here for you.
Yeah,
so if you need anything, you reach out to us and we are there.
We'll
anything you need. With you know, we are ears to listen. I've never legally been through a divorce. I have basically been through a divorce.
Right, like emotionally.
Like bought a house with said person and then less than 30 days later they decided they wanted to peace out.
Yeah. And stuck you with everything.
Stuck me with everything. Bills, mortgage, all of our fur animals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was fun.
So get yourself a good group of girls or guys or people around you to support you for sure. And you got this, girl.
Yeah, support system is key, and we will be more than happy to be your cheerleaders and have your back anytime you need. You just reach out and let us know. We got you. And then Charlie says, more like you don't want to mess the garlic bread up with the makeup smears.
Wow.
Touche. Yes. Yes. Can't mess up. You know how long it took me to do these lips? This is not lip stuff. This is eyeliner.
Yeah. Well, and like my nose is eyeliner and my eyeliner is like super small and like not thick. So I'm drawing like little stupid lines and trying to like fill it in. Like, this is not the pin for this.
Well, that's when I was looking for ideas for tonight, because this is kind of our kickoff to spooky season. So don't worry, people. These will get more elaborate as the month goes on. Okay. Yeah. So I'm looking for ideas that are, I don't want to say quick and easy, because it took me quite a while to do this, because I have a full face of like beat glam underneath everything else. So it took me quite a while. Plus, like you said, with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Eyeliner is not, I mean, you can find big fat like markers.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of them.
No. Not either.
So, everything I have is like super felt tip, tiny,
super
itty
thin.
bitty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the one video was like, use your felt tip liner. Well, I just got a brand new felt tip liner and I was like, I am not using that. I just bought it. And I happened to find an old one in my bag and I was like, oh, I can use that one.
Right.
But I tried using gel liner to begin with. And I don't know if anyone is familiar with that. It comes in a little pod, like you use a makeup brush for it. That wasn't working at all.
Like, it's hard to put on your eyes, let alone paint your face with it.
Yeah. So it was, but we're not bitching. We do this for you and we do this for us. And we just,
this is for me. Let's be honest. I love Halloween. I love dressing up. Any excuse, you say costume party, I say when and where. I will be there and elaborately dressed up because it's my favorite. I love it.
Reese and I are actually going to our first Halloween costume party this year.
So much fun.
that like we're not working at, like, because when I worked at bars, we would go for Halloween and things like that.
Yeah.
But this year, we're actually going to a family member's house that they have it every year. And last year we went with my niece trick-or-treating because it was an outdoor event. We could be safe, we could be distanced from everybody, so we didn't really hang out at my cousin's house. But this year we're going, and I'm not going to tell anybody.
I'm not either, and I know you saw me smile, and I knew you knew what I was thinking, and I was like, don't worry, girl, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah,
it's
but
so funny.
I will definitely take lots and lots of pictures and share it with everybody, because my wife was literally like, you're gonna make me dress up? Really? I don't want to like elaborate. I'm like, it's our first Halloween party ever that we're not working. And I told her the idea, and she goes, I like that idea. I was like,
I just can't wait. It's so funny. It's so funny. It's a good couple costume. Like, it's hilarious. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm so excited. Y'all are gonna love it. And I know you're thinking to yourself, damn it, just tell us. Nope, it'll be worth the wait. I promise.
Yeah, it's so well, and like, you don't want to ruin it for the party that you're going to, just in case like somebody sees something. You don't want to ruin it for anybody. So y'all just hold your horses. We're gonna reveal it later.
Right, we'll reveal it when the time is right.
Yeah.
So this episode, we just thought we would chat about our favorite Halloween traditions, memories, because Molly and I, you can tell, are not into Halloween at all. We hate it. It's horrible.
The only thing though is I don't go all out like with decorations like in my house. The only and I think it's because like the effort that I want to put in all goes into my costume.
Yeah. Well, the only year that my wife and I have decorated at our house, because we basically live in a gated community where we live. And I always say it's a gate shy of a gated community, because it's basically what it is. We went all out. We were both dressed up. We decorated outside. Like, I have a Ouija board that's like an authentic, like, old Ouija board. Like, I actually brought that out and like put it out by the end of our driveway. We had a speaker behind it. Like, we went all out.
Yeah.
We literally had to tell like the 4 kids that walked past our house, we have good candy. Like,
tons. Take a lot.
Right. I'm like, because if you don't take it, I'm gonna eat it. And I don't want to eat all this candy by myself.
A stomach ache.
Right. Like, I was like, please take some of this candy. I'm like, take 6 handfuls. I don't care. And it kind of sucked because, growing up, my stepdad, I actually bought my house for my stepdad, and him and my mom, built their essentially dream home. And we always went trick-or-treating here. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times like my little brother and my little sister would come home, change their costumes real quick, and then run back out with pillowcases to collect candy. So I was super excited, like, oh, I can't wait. We're going to sit outside and we're going to do all this fun stuff. And nobody showed up.
Isn't that the worst? Like, so I lived, like, growing up, I lived in the middle of nowhere. So, like, we never got trick-or-treaters. Like, when I was, like, younger, like, grade school younger, we lived in town, and that era was so much fun, and we trick-or-treated and did all that stuff. And then when we moved to the middle of nowhere, there was no, like, Halloween. Like, that wasn't a thing. So, like, when I, like, was grown up and on my own, I was so stinking excited to, like, get dressed up and answer the door for these, like, little childrens who are dressed up and so stinking cute, and I can throw candy at them, and
and it'd be socially acceptable if you chuck candy at children.
Yes. And did the same thing, and no one showed. I was so disappointed, and Lord knows I ate all that candy and had no shits to give because nobody came and got it. So
you're like, fuck you, I have full-size candy bars. Guess you won't come back to my house because y'all didn't come.
I was that house that had like full-size candy bars, like the great house.
Like,
Y'all
and
didn't come.
Hershey's and Reese's.
Yeah. Like the good candy bars.
Right. Like, nothing against the cheaper candy. I have done that myself because, you know, girl, when
But-
times are hard, times are hard.
Mm-hmm.
But like my first Halloween to pass out candy
Yeah.
in my home, I'm like, nobody wants our candy.
Well, and let's be honest, all of us growing up had that one house that gave out good, and you knew you were like, you wanted to make it to that house. So you at least got one like giant candy bar. I wanted to be that house.
Right. Yeah. Well, and you know, it's funny. We actually have a friend who is either recently moved or currently moving. They canceled Halloween at their house this year because of that.
Yeah.
But they go all out. And 2 years ago, because it was pre-COVID, we were up there and we were zombies, and we did, well, I did. Reese just kind of stood there and held stuff while I did it. Did everybody's makeup who was like in that scene.
Yeah.
And we had like, I can't remember what kind of chair it was, whether it would be a dental chair or something like that. I don't even know where he got it, to be honest with you. And we made guts so we could rip it out of him. And their house made the local news.
Wow. That's
like,
so much fun.
It was so much fun. It was like a haunted house without rules. Like, we could just, I mean, we didn't do anything, you know, wrong. Right. But we didn't have to worry about people punching us because you're not jumping out from behind, you know, a bookshelf and scaring the crap out of people.
Stupid haunted houses. No. Like, I love Halloween, and I primarily just kind of love it, one, for the dressing up, because that's like socially acceptable to like have weird makeup on your face and like walk around town without feeling judged where we live. And then it's in fall, so you have all your like summer stuff. No, my friends, no. Fall stuff. Right. Pumpkin, apple, like pecan, everything so fallness. I love it. So that's why I love Halloween. And I forgot where I was going with this. So that's fun. Yeah. That just happened. I mean,
it happens. Reese said, Charlie says, next time for your costume, tape a mirror to your forehead and tell everyone you're dressed as their twin. That's actually kind of a clever idea.
It is, but that's like his type of costume. Like one year we went, the last time, it was pre-COVID. The last time we went to a Halloween party, I dressed up as this elaborate Medusa, right?
I remember that night.
Crown, snake headpiece, painted my face essentially.
Yeah, like, your face was painted, like not makeup. I mean, there was makeup on it.
It was makeup, but it was fully done. Yeah. I mean, to the point where I got the fishnets out and was like working it. This, and I also made like my toga thing out of sheets, like did it all.
Yep.
He came as a character from The Office, dressing up as a character. Yeah. Which literally, in dress pants, a dress shirt, a tie, and a name tag. It took me like 6 hours to get ready, and he's like, done in 10.
Right. I think that's just typical male. I literally said to Reese the other day, you know, I wish I could be a non-feminine girl. So when we go places, I don't end up spending, you know, an hour on my hair and an hour on my makeup and have to get up at 6 a.m. to be out the door by 8:30.
Yeah.
That can be a bitch sometimes.
Yeah, that's when you just choose not to be that and you just go out the door as is.
Oh, there are plenty of days. But those are like the days where, like last weekend, for example, I was up at 6 a.m. I actually woke my mother up. And that never happens. Like, I called her at like 7:45, 7 o'clock and was like, hey, do you want coffee on our way in? I can stop at Dunkin' Donuts. And she was like, oh my God, what time is it? What's going on? I'm like, it's 7:15. Did I wake you up?
Girl, she was sleeping in.
She sure was, and I felt so bad. She's like, no, I'm so thankful that you woke me up. Like we were going to breakfast, and then we went to a fall festival, and it opened at 10 o'clock, so we wanted to go to breakfast first and then go to the festival. And I felt so bad for waking her up, but she's like, no, it's okay. Like, I'm so glad you did. But I was literally up at 6 a.m. so I could get a shower, blow out my hair, do my makeup, because I wanted to look cute.
Right. Well, and because I just remember like being in that kind of mind frame and the societal expectations of what a female should be like with your hair done, makeup done. And listen, I was one of those girls where I never left, or one of those people, I want to say, that never left the house without makeup on, or like at least my hair looking cute, right? Because I didn't have the confidence in myself or whatever to not do that. And it took a lot. Like I was one like would wake up at like super early, and I am not a morning person. So that's when I discovered hacks and tricks to make things fast and easy so I could sleep to the bare minimum.
A little longer.
And then go and put a full armor on.
Well, and like I think that's the reason, like every once in a while, like tomorrow, we're actually gonna be at CM Pride Outfest, I think is what it's called. It is a Pride festival in North Central Pennsylvania. So if you're gonna be there, we'll see you there. But typically, like there are days that I won't take my hair down from a bun for a week. Like, and I'll go to the grocery store, like I'll run to the office. Like it does not bother me. But there are times where like that fall festival or tomorrow, like,
oh yeah,
I wanna get done up, but I'm still kicking and screaming because I'm like, damn it. Why does this take so long to get ready?
I know. Well, because like, and there's nothing wrong with like, because I'll like picture in my head like how I want to look, so then like I know how to get there, like with my makeup and my hair and what techniques. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer. But girl, I'm looking good either way.
Right. I'm snatched that day. Well, so tomorrow it's supposed to rain, right?
Oh,
I had this whole plan of getting up, and I was gonna give myself a blowout and just look real cute. My hair's gonna probably be in a bun.
It's because that girl, she's gonna get so heavy and so big because she gets gonna get frizzy.
Exactly. Well, and I have a very weird, I don't even know what to call it. Like, if I am outside and caught in the rain and my hair is down, I can't do it.
That's right. You have that weird.
Yeah, like I mean, even like wet hair touching the back of my neck, like
you can't stand it.
I can't stand it. So I'm like, damn it! Now I'm gonna have to.
It's gonna have to be up.
Which means I can sleep an extra hour because my hair is so thick and heavy. It takes me an hour to blow it out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know how that is.
I was looking at some of these comments. So Reese says, I dressed up as Batman like 5 years ago and went trick-or-treating with Brandon, who is a friend of our son. We got a boatload. FYI, I care not that I am in my 30s.
Yo, listen, I love getting invited to go trick-or-treating with like kids because I'm like, yes, first off, I'm gonna dress up. What are you gonna be? Because I might kind of like replicate it and or do something in association with it.
Right.
So
yeah.
Yes.
Last year when we went with my niece, she wore her Jack Skellington like zip up onesie, and the hood comes all the way over her face, so you can't see her. And for those of you who are not aware of who my wife is or have ever met or seen her, she's little. Yeah, she may be 38, but she is like 5'4", 5'5", like.
Well, she does not
20 pounds soaking wet, and she does not look like she's 38 years old. She looks very, very young. She has a baby face. So when you see this small statured person coming towards you when you're handing out candy with a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, sorry,
Right.
you don't think anything of it. So she came home with just as much candy as my niece did. I was like, well, we don't have to buy Halloween candy this year.
Oh my gosh. When we were younger, I say we, like my sister, like you guys know her. I don't know. When we were younger, we lived in a trailer park. Loved it. All the kids would come out and play, and it was awesome.
Heck
So
yeah.
no shame in that. But we would go around to all like the little sections. Yo, we would get so much candy. We'd have to come back home, dump it, and or get another bag and go back out. And it was like literally my dad's favorite thing to do. He would go take my sister and I out, and some other neighborhood kids. Like he'd be the dad that took the kids out.
Right.
And my mom would like stand back or stay back and like hand out candy. And she said it was her favorite because she had like this rug, I don't know, doormat thing that when you had stepped on it, it like screamed and the hand came down. Yeah.
I'd poop myself right there on your front porch.
So my mom, and there's like a window, right? Or like this little thing you could see through. So my mom would wait because you could hear him walking up the steps. So she'd wait she's so sadistic, would wait for these little kids to step on it, freak the fuck out, and then open the door like, want some candy? And just be laughing so hard because she scared these like 7-year-olds.
I love your mom though.
Like so
I could
funny.
Totally see her being like,
yeah, she was. I can see you. I'm waiting for it. And then she'd laugh when they would like scream and stuff. But they loved it. Like they would come back every year and they knew it would happen, but it still scared them. And it was like their favorite house.
Right. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my gosh. We always had the best costumes too.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. It's actually 8:31. So I want to do a couple more comments because it goes off of what we were talking about. And then we're going to go to commercial because we have one this week. Thanks, Ted. And then we will come back and we're going to tell you all about like our childhood Halloweens and all of the shenanigans we got into when we were kids. But Molly, tell me if this also is how you run your life when you're trying to get ready to look cute. Right?
Okay.
So she says after 30 minutes, I'm almost ready. What do you have to do to get ready? Me. Put pants on. And the reason I ask is because, yep, pants and hat, good to go.
I know.
That's a easy peasy out the door. Yeah, sometimes it's just,
I can't do that. Sometimes
it's hard out here for a femme.
Well, and I always tell Charlie, I'm like, if you want me to leave at a certain time, you know how I get ready. I start to get ready, and then I'm like, ooh, there's something else I want to do. Ooh, over here is something else. Ooh, like that's my thing. So you have to like prepare for that time.
Yep.
So tell me what time I need to be ready.
Right. Tell me an hour before because then we'll be on time.
Yeah. Because like, what do I call it? I can't even remember. I have to like I fiddle fart around. That's what it is. I putz. I do like
that's a saying that I've used my entire life. Like I'm a fiddle fart. Like literally. Because for me, I'll get ready, but I'm also watching TV at the same time. So I'll get into whatever I'm watching. And then I'm like, oh shit. I still don't have eyeliner on one eye. Like, I gotta finish.
Or I'm like, this is the perfect time to clean the trash can.
Right. Random shit. Why?
No.
You've got 45 minutes. Stop cleaning shit that doesn't matter.
Please, seriously. This is what he has to live with for the rest of his life, by the way. So
Reese too.
Be prepared.
Right. Yep. That's just what we do. You're just going to have to get used to it. It's how we live. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But all right. Stick around, everybody. We are going to run to commercial break real quick. I'm probably going to touch up these crazy lips because I've been eating my delicious tortellini. And we will be back momentarily. So sit tight. We'll be right back.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Try again, buddy. Try again. Yay! Okay. Oh yeah, good job. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com. You're listening to WLFE-DB Radio. Now that's the program.
Hello, everybody.
That was fast.
Yes, our new commercial. And my favorite part about that commercial has to be Buddy the Bigfoot.
Oh my gosh. That is my favorite one for sure.
Like he is amazing. And I mean, I may have to see if he'll make a special appearance like my birthday or something.
Your birthday party. Yes.
Hell yeah. Who doesn't want to book Bigfoot sighting? Come on.
I mean, there are a lot of documentaries about him.
There are, absolutely. So real quick, everybody, welcome back. Thank you for sticking with us. So as always, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can keep up with all of our shenanigans. And make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Modern Femme-ily, all spelled the same way except for Instagram. There's no dash between the E and the I. And then also, don't forget to check us out on WLFE-DB.com, their Facebook, WLFE-DB Radio, and their LGBTQIA plus WLFE-DB. So make sure you check us out there. That is a tongue twister.
Yo, and it's like a ticker tape, right? And I feel like you could be a weather woman. Like you were reading that really well.
Maybe I missed my calling.
Yeah. Like check us out on WLFE-D. Oh, you turned it off.
So,
I would have won. No, I lost my spot.
I'm sorry. Next week you can try it because you can.
Oh
see
my
it.
gosh, that's a tongue twister. Okay, challenge accepted. I'll try it.
Perfect.
Right?
Oh boy,
no. What was funny was you caught me in the act of like blowing something, like because I vape and we can't do it on the show. So like literally, and I wait for like back to your scheduled program, and like I didn't see that, so I'm like, oh, I got one more. So so that's why like when I came back on camera, I was like, because I literally had just blown out my last smoke, and I was like, oh, I almost got caught.
Right. Yes, everybody. We do have regulations that we have to follow, just like every other show on the internet. You know, we don't want to be copyrighted. We don't want to, promote unhealthy habits.
Yes.
Yeah. So we do drink on air and we do swear on air, but those are allowed as long as things are covered.
Plus, scientifically proven, cursing can be a release and it like give you endorphins. So
Well, and they also say that people who swear tend to have higher IQs.
yo, then I'm so freaking smart.
I'm a
'Cause
fucking
I'm a
genius.
sailor. Yes. Legit, when I was back home, I was like playing cards with my father, which you never want to play a game with him. Most competitive man in the entire world, but like sneaky competitive, and it's those little snark remarks that just get under your skin. Yes, so I'm playing cards with him. I'm teaching him a new game. This motherfucker beats me the first time. So I'm like, God damn it, son of a bitch. Like, just like letting it all like my childhood of him beating me time after time in games is coming out in this one moment. He's like, young lady, watch your mouth. And I was like, I might look like a lady, Dad, but I cuss like a sailor.
Right. Exactly.
I was like, it's scientifically proven. Look it up.
There's research behind it.
Girl, yes. So anyway, sorry about that tangent.
Good. So this half of the show, we're going to talk about some either fun facts about Halloween. I did some research today and found out some really cool stuff. But also I want to talk about like our favorite childhood memories, because we all have those memories when we were, you know, whether it be 4 and our first Halloween we remember, or we're older and we're like, oh, that was stupid. We probably shouldn't have done that. But we all have our favorite memories. So we were talking before the show, Molly, I want you to share some of yours, because like your family is awesome. So
my family is crazy. Like,
well,
we
hi, mine too, but you know,
right.
We love them.
No, I don't know. My family is super fun, and we kind of don't care what people think, and we do things together to have fun. And it's so anyway, my mom would always go out with our costumes, and she always handmade them. She was like privileged enough to do so, and able, like, I can't sew like maybe a button, maybe, but this woman like went out.
We can make mean tutus though.
Girl, I can. Yes,
we got you there.
We can. Yeah,
Molly taught me how to make them. So
yes. Anyway, so I think I was like 5 or 6, maybe 7. I'm really bad with like ages and remembering, but I was like super young, and we were going to a Halloween party, and my mom had this brilliant idea to make me a grape, and I was like so excited, and I had like this purple like sweatsuit on, and then she pinned purple balloons to me, like besides my arms, so it was just like my torso and my body. And then made me a headband with like a vine, and I was like so excited, and I'm like tromping around, and like we're getting to this party, and I'm like entering like I own the place, like barn doors open, fog machine comes out, and I'm like walking in. That actually didn't happen, but in my head that's what's happening.
Right.
And I walk in, and then I notice that all the chairs, like the seating, is hay bales. So I go to try to sit down, and my my 5-year-old ass is devastated because I can't sit down without popping my balloons, and my neurotic ass doesn't want my balloons popped because I want it to be a perfect costume. But I want to sit down. So I go crying over to my mom. Mom, I keep popping my balloons and I can't sit down. She took off every single one of the balloons so I could sit down. And then when I was ready to get up and go like dance, she put them back on.
Oh.
But I won the costume contest for that age range.
Woohoo! Rocking the balloons.
It was so much fun though.
That's awesome.
I was like, grape.
I may have to steal that one, but
yeah.
Grape story, Molly.
You're so punny.
Violet, you're turning violet.
Yeah. I mean, I acted like her.
See, for those of you who don't get that movie reference, you're too young. No, I'm just kidding. That would be a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
It ended up being his chocolate factory in the end, so. Oh,
Yeah.
spoiler alert.
Right. If you haven't seen it, you know the ending. No. But so my mom, I remember, and I'm sure she's made more than this one, but this one stands out because I was a zombie one year.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember, like, she had a meeting that we were at, and so I'm getting like face painted, and like I remember my hands were painted because I wanted to be like all immersive. It wasn't just face paint. And so I'm getting ready at this meeting, but I remember her like running over and like ripping my clothes up in the driveway and like burning the edges and the holes, and like went all out. And it was probably one of my most favorite costumes, just because there was so much love put into it. Like, it was so simple.
Yeah. Simple. Girl, she was running over your clothes with her car.
But what I mean is, like, it was like a pair of pants and like a flannel shirt. Like, it was a simple costume.
Yeah.
But she went all out and like completely destroyed these clothes. And it was, I have pictures somewhere. I'll have to see if I can find them and like show, like, and you can do the same, like see if like your mom has any pictures.
She does, but my mom is not good with technology, and they're like literally photographs
like
that you hold. Yeah. And they're in a drawer somewhere.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it was just so much fun. And I think the costumes that you make are so much more memorable.
They really are. And like, I get, like, you know, you might not have time. So there are some stinking cute store-bought costumes. But fortunately enough, my mom had enough time and the want to do it. And I remember one year, because we got to decide what we wanted to be for Halloween. And I thought that was really cool. And then she'd try her best to make the costume. And she did a lot of the times, make it look great and awesome. I couldn't decide what I wanted to be. And I wanted to be like all of the Disney princesses.
This half is Cinderella. This half is Jasmine. This half.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I was like, Mom, figure it out. So she couldn't. So she made me go as an old-fashioned hobo.
I mean,
I loved that costume. Like, I had my hair up and like this beanie on and like had stubble painted on my face and like this black eye.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I had this stick with like the
bandana.
Bandana at the bottom, or
nice.
Bottom, I don't know, the top of it. I wore my dad's boots, and he like stuffed like paper in there so I could wear them, but they would be too big. And then I wore his pants and then like tied him with like balin twine, which is like what you use to tie a pig. Yes, I'm from the country. And so that's how we tied it. And I wore like one of his old like logging shirts, so like it was wrecked.
Right.
And, oh my gosh, I won the class Halloween prize.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was so much, and it was like the easiest, cheapest, because we had bandanas, went out in the backyard and got a stick, wore my dad's pants and his boots and his shirt, and then my mom just took black eyeliner and put little stubbles on my face.
Awesome.
Oh, it was so fun. Yeah.
Was one of the other most memorable Halloween costumes that I have. It was not homemade that I remember. I actually think for some reason it's sticking with me that I got this dress from my aunt, like my great aunt, so my mom's aunt. I don't remember. It may have been like part of like, she had a daycare, so it may have been part of like her dress up collection. But it was like this white poofy little girl wedding dress, essentially, is what it looked like.
Like a christening dress.
It basically, but it was like this big ball gown. Like, yeah, it was so cute. But here in north central Pennsylvania, sometimes winter comes hella early. And I remember this year specifically because it snowed on Halloween. And I don't just mean like we had snow, like it was actively snowing on that Halloween. And we had like 6 inches of snow. And so under this big white poofy, beautiful sparkly ball gown, I had on snow boots.
Right.
And somehow my mom had got me a little fur coat because it was so cold. But I remember like jumping over snowbanks to go to like people's houses like in town to get candy. Like, yeah. But again, like it was just one of those costumes that stuck out, and it was so memorable because I was kind of telling you this story earlier. So where we lived was in the middle of nowhere. Like there's this tiny little town that literally like the main road goes around it, and there's a side road that goes through it. Like just a tiny little town. But that same night we went to go into this town because of course we had family there as well. And because we lived in the middle of nowhere, my mom would take me to like the bigger surrounding towns where our families were, so I could see them and a couple other neighbors, and then we'd move to the next town. And we went back to this town, which was just up the road from where we lived. And you go down into the town, and there are hay bales like spread out across the road. Oh, yeah. And my mom refused to drive through it. Obviously, I remember vividly like her being like, "There's probably some little shit in the hay bales," and she got out of the car and she's yelling and stomping through hay bales, which were both on fire on both ends, that I remember, like on the end of the road. Like she's stomping through, like, if I kick you or step on your face, I don't want to hear it. Like,
right.
But it was legit because she's like, some, little asshole is probably laying in here, like some 17-year-old thinking it's funny and he's cool, and he's going to get run over by a car and killed. And this is stupid.
Right.
Like,
but there was nobody in the
there was nobody in there, thank God. But she like destroyed this.
Yeah, just to make sure. Well, and like clean it up for somebody who was coming, because like I would have stopped too.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and everybody in that town, like when I tell you I grew up in a very small town and everybody knew everybody, like I knew everybody in said town. Like, yeah, right. Everybody. And so the last thing we wanted was to be like, Timmy and Kathy's son got run over by, Barbara's son, because he was coming home and he ran through the hay bales. Like,
well, he was playing a practical joke.
Right. And that's not a mischief night activity. Like, that's just not using your brain. That's not egging someone or TPing their house. Like,
did you ever do any mischief stuff on like said Halloween or anything like that?
Honestly, no.
I didn't either. I wanted to, but I don't think. Well, okay. I mean, I don't know if this counts. It was kind of Halloween-ish. It was in fall, the general area. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, 19, 20. And my friend and I drove to her hometown, which was like, I don't know, like an hour and a half to an hour. Yeah, about an hour and 45 away. So, because we were going to beauty school, so she lived in the town that I lived in because she was going to the same school. So we drove home on like our fall break, and we like ding dong ditched her own house. But okay, nothing ever works out as Molly plans. She goes and rings this doorbell, and actually I think it was Halloween, because I remember having like a Halloween headband on, because that's what I do. And she rings the doorbell. I'm not up there yet, so like instead of like running, thank you, yes, instead of running this from the spot I'm in, my dumbass decides to go to the door. So, like, she's already taken off. I'm going to the door.
You're getting busted.
And so you have to go up this hill, and there's, like, shrubs at the bottom, or, like, shrubbery, some bushes at the bottom of it's not a hill. Like, it's like a little slant. And then it's flat, and you go up to the door. So I went up to the door, and my friend Kate's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know.
I've never done this before. I don't know."
She jumps over and like so athletically, beautifully goes over the shrubbery. Like Olympic runner that's jumping over
Right,
shit.
she like swan dives over and
Yes.
beautifully rolls and gets up and keeps running.
Yeah. My dumb ass, because I don't know, I panicked and went to the door and then decided my feet weren't gonna work. I was like halfway down the hill and just went hoof, and my feet come up because I'm like, I don't know, on a hill, and I just continue fast, like face plant into this shrubbery. That was my trickery for a
I
Halloween.
thought you were gonna say like you Kool-Aid man that shit and just ran right through it.
I wish. That would have been cooler. That would have been way cooler and a little bit smoother, and I could have pulled it off. Not this one.
That's great.
Yeah.
No, like honestly, I never did the mischief night stuff because my brother did that mischief night stuff, and he got enough trouble for both of us. So I never had to.
You learned. You were the smart one and learned from his mistakes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that even if I had, he probably still would have got blamed for it. So, but
right.
yeah, no. Yeah. Note to self: Molly is not reliable for criminal mischief.
Okay. However, said same friend oh wait, yeah, if you're gonna get no. Let me defend myself real quick. Same friend, same town, like a few years later, she's in her house by herself. I get the brilliant, I don't know if it's brilliant, but it was a lot of fun. It was a good prank. Not a Halloween prank, but a good prank. I had the key to her house. I don't know why, but I did. So I get another friend of mine and her boyfriend, and we drive the hour and 45 in all black clothing with black ski masks and silly putty. And we drive and we park at the bottom of her driveway and walk Mount St. Helens to her house, right? Slowly open up the door, turn on the lights, and just start silly stringing her. That's when we found out she sleeps naked.
She's like, "Shock's on you, bitches."
Right. No, it literally was. She's like, "Joke's on you. This is what you get." We're like, "Oh my gosh."
That's great.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I was stealthy that night. Thank you very much.
See, so for me, for Halloween, like I have always been very in tune with like the paranormal.
Right. Ooh.
So that's what I always did. Like we would get a group of friends together and do stuff like that because I can see things, I can feel things, I can talk to people who have passed. So that was always kind of our jam as I got older. And I remember freaking my older brother out one night because he's like, "I don't believe you. If you're saying what you're saying, what's my new baseball jersey number?" And he had like walked like on our porch and then in our sliding glass door. So nobody had seen the back of his jersey that he was wearing. And none of us were at practice with him. So we didn't know we got a new jersey. And I don't even remember what the number was, but I rattled it off and he was like, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." Right. And back out the door he went. And I was like, "You're welcome."
Was his number.
Yeah, it legit was. Like it was his new baseball jersey number. And I'm like,
well, listen, on our like last night, I'll tell some ghost stories that were told to me from my mother.
Yes. Yeah. I think maybe that's what we should do with our last episode. We'll do
I think so too.
Spooky
like encounters that like you may or may not have had, you may or may not believe in it, but girl, something happened.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think we should do that. That'll be fun.
Right.
I want to go back real quick to a comment. Robert White says, "My first Halloween was in 2006, missed out in 2005 by 2 days. My first Halloween was at age 36. Well, welcome to the glorious season of
Halloween.
Halloween.
Oh, I love spooky season.
Yeah. We are actually we're trying to, if schedules line up, go to a spooky season haunt here in northern Pennsylvania. So, yeah.
No. I mean, we don't have time, but that's a story. That's another fun story of Molly's.
Yeah, we
Of
will
going to a
definitely.
haunted house. Oh gosh.
We will definitely have to talk about that. We'll do that our last episode. But it is 8:59. We've already talked through our last few minutes. But do you have anything that you want to mention about being, happy stuff? Because there's so much negativity in this world. Like, anything that comes to mind?
I'm really excited for the future.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. Yeah. Some good, positive, some weird things happened this week. But some like really good, positive things happened, and I'm really excited for them. So I'm really, really excited for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be great. Yeah. And honestly,
I mean, we like have our own inside language.
I know.
Like,
yeah.
What are they talking about? But I can't tell you, and I don't want to. So.
Right.
But,
maybe eventually. No. But yeah,
I'm just really excited for the future.
Yeah,
and she knows what.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this week has really been a week full of Mondays. I've had some very emotional things happen this week. So honestly, I am glad that I get to spend tomorrow with my extended rainbow family. I get to see someone who I love and adore and do not see enough of. And yeah, I know we say like work is rough but this doesn't even have anything to do with work. Like, this is all personal, and I'm just glad it's Friday because I can kick off my shoes and just decompress and be loud and proud tomorrow. And
oh yeah, that's
rain
so
or
nice.
shine, because bitches, we're coming.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's my happy. It's Friday, and I can just.
Yeah, right.
Let it go.
Just like center, get back to yourself, bring back all the energy that like you like spent out, like bring that shit back, fill your cup back up, girl. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but with all of that being said, our lovely, fantastic humans, thank you for joining us for our first episode of spooky season. We're just gonna keep getting weirder, and that'll never change, even if it's not October. So we want to thank you so very much for joining us. But don't forget to check out the other amazing WLFE DB shows. You can find them on their Facebook, their LGBTQIA+ Facebook, or on their website, WLFE-DB.com. You can also follow us, Modern Femme-ily, where you can keep up with myself, Cassie, and my lovely co-host, Molly. You can find us on our Facebook, Instagram, and our YouTube channels, all Modern Femme-ily. All one word, all spelled the same except for Instagram. There is no dash between the E and the I. And most importantly, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You never want to miss out on the craziness that we bring. You never know what's going to come out of our mouths. You never know what we're going to look like.
Or what tangent I'm going to go on.
Right? Exactly. It happens. We rabbit trail. And I mean, it's 9:03. So it happens. It's crazy. But as always, also, if you have questions, comments, or show ideas that you don't feel comfortable discussing in the comment section, please do not hesitate to reach out to us via email, modernfemme-ily@gmail.com. All one word, no dash between the E and the I, just like our Instagram. So until next time, our lovely humans, we will see you next Friday. Bye.